Hey, hi guys, good morning. Okay, yeah, today we are discussing about how to create user creation. Okay, before this, in last class, I explained about this email how we can get the notification. This is the notification like with Yaksha36 at IT.com. I am added in last class the username. We can go with verify account. See here, we have to adding password, confirm password. Then we have to click on change password. Okay. This is our new org. Okay. This is our new org. Okay. This is our new org. See here. This is home page. This is home page. And here already we discussed about the logo. Here we have to see the applications. What are the applications available in our org? And this is setup. Setup means what are the concepts and what are the things we have to develop a application already, what are the things and what are the concepts Salesforce.com provided. So these are all things. Configuration and customization, admin and development related concepts we have. These all things. Okay. Next, now we have how we can create a user. See, this is org. For example, you are the client. You have a business. So I am the Salesforce.com organization for person marketing people. So you require an application or the two you have a manufacturing company to sell your product or providing the services. You have to require an application. How we can build that application? Okay, so you don't know about the IT side. So how we can implement the application like these all things? You have to communicate with Salesforce.com. Like I required application on cloud only. The two I'm choosing the Salesforce.com only. What is the process and what is the user licenses cost? Like these all things they're discussing with Salesforce.com. I'm saying about client. So now once Salesforce.com explaining about the what are the editions available, what are the editions. Here, see, these are the editions. Like we have different editions available, unlimited, professional, enterprise, group, like that, different editions available. Based on your organization uses, like how many users you require and what is the how much data you have to tracking a daily basis or monthly or whatever. So based on these things, there is a big applications, or in different countries you have business in different countries users required. You have to go with unlimited edition. Coming to this is medium or small scale industries, go to this professional or enterprise editions. Okay, different organizations adding as a group and working on any business they're doing, like group edition required. This is a developer means trial org and free editions. Based on these editions, we are getting the licenses. See, first time they're providing to one user, like CEO, CFO, COO, like that. Any one of that, they're providing access to the one user. Only one user, the two client side. How we are getting the notification to the email? This is the way they're getting the email and then verify account and log into the org. Then he is creating, is client side people creating one or two users. For administrator, how we can do? Here in setup, we have search with user. There is a user related, we have multiple concepts we have. So here bottom, last one, users is there. Go to this users, and here we are creating a user. By default, Salesforce.com providing few users. This is our users. Extra 36 is our user. Here, charter expert, integration user, security user. These all are provided by Salesforce.com only. So I need to create one more new user. I'm adding admin1, sysadmin. Okay, I'm adding admin1. One email I'm adding. Okay, email, username. Username, we have to add some different name, like this is username. While logging this organization with this user, system admin1, so we have to go with username is, this is the username, and nickname, what are the related things. Coming to these things are very important thing. Role. In any organization, we have hierarchy: CEO, CFO, COO, and directors, managers, like that we have now. So similar way, in every organization, we have to implement this application for one client. Okay, one client. So we have to add the roles. Every user definitely having the role, most of the cases, but none option also available. Means without role also, we can create a user. Without role also, we can create a user. And one more thing is user license. See here, based on the editions, we are getting the licenses. These user licenses: charter actional, charter free, force.com free, identity, partner app subscription, Salesforce integration, Salesforce platform. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay. Now we have to go with without role also, and licenses. These are the licenses available. Like for administrator, like we can go with this license, Salesforce license. This license also we have based on the user, we are providing this charter only, they need access charter related apps, and like we have to go with these things. System administrators mean they required full access. Salesforce. We have integrating with external systems, Salesforce integration. We can discuss more on this after. Like now we have to go with Salesforce only, the licenses. And based on the license, we are getting the profiles. See here, these many profiles we are getting. But you can go with force.com free. How many profiles? Only one profile only available. But Salesforce integration is there. How many profiles? Two profiles we are getting. Means based on the license, we are getting the profiles. See here, these many profiles. We required a standard user I am using, not a system administrator, is a standard user or sales user like that. We have to add. And active, this by default, this is checked. And we have to discuss after this, what are the things we have. You people know about the different clouds is there, like service cloud related, marketing cloud, like different things we have. We can discuss one by one concepts. There you have to knowing about these all things. Okay. Now your personal phone number, extensions, fax, mobile, these all details we have to provide here. Who is the user? We are providing these all details, and mailing address, single sign-on also is there. We have to add federation ID, some configuration things we have to do. Single sign-on, we have to discuss this thing. Multi-factor authentication and single sign-on. We have both things. On locally settings, time zone. I'm saying about language and time zone, those all things. Approver settings. You are not available. You are the user and creating for you only, but you are not available. Who is the approver? In case you have to do any approvals, okay? Based on the business flow, you need to approve something. Like you are not available, we have to add this delegate approver. And who is your manager? Like these all details we are adding. Once I'm adding these all details, check this checkbox, generate new password and notify user immediately. Save. Duplicate username. One more thing is entire Salesforce. We have multiple applications and multiple things we have. So multiple applications in Salesforce we have. This is a cloud server. Different clients information also is there. Remembering one thing, only this username is unique thing for entire Salesforce. Entire Salesforce, this user name is unique thing. This is the way you have to create the user. Now, here, what are the buttons you people see? Freeze is there, inactive. Now, you are the user. For example, sorry, I am the user. I am the user. I am a salesperson. I'm working on your organization. After 2 years or 3 years, I will get this good opportunity to another in another company. I'm moving to that company. So once I'm resigning means we have to means who is the administrator is doing. See here, see deactivate the user. See here now, deactivate the user means this license, user license, we have to use any other person also. We have to use any other user means that is a salesperson. I resigned as a salesperson. Company recruiting new salesperson, assigned this license to that user. Okay, this is the way we have to do. Or you have to go with, I'm going with long live. Long live means almost I am the user admin once since I am the user. I'm going to long live almost 4 months, 3 months like that. So at the time, we have to remove your permission to log in this org. We have to restrict the permission to log into this org. So that time we have to do this freeze. In interview also, you are facing this question. Okay. Freeze and active. What is the difference between freeze and active? Active means using license. Inactive means we have to remove the license and we have to that free license is available for other user. We have new user. That is nothing but active, inactive we have to do. And coming to the freeze, unfreeze. Freeze means you have to the license with the same user only. The license with this user only. But we have to restrict the login access. We have to restrict the login access. He is trying to once freeze this user. He is trying to log into this or can't possible. Okay, this is the way we have to explain this between the freeze and active. Okay. Now this is the user creation. Now how many users we have? Two users, extra 36, and one more user is admin once is these two users available in our. He is the administrator. For example, I'm using standard user. We can go with the system administrator profile. That is the main profile. And who required full access? We are adding system administrator here. Now, this is the user creation. We have to discuss more on this third class or fourth class. Now we have to discuss about the company information. Company information. There is a company settings is there now. See here. Company information. See, the company name is in last class. I added company is TCS. So we have to see this TCS. You are the client, your organization name. See here. And that organization details. What are the things we have? Organization name, primary contact. Primary contact means who is the primary contact? CEO, CFO, whoever primary contact. We have to see this primary contact here. And division, address, financial year starts in January. A few organization starts in April. So this is the when will financial starts, and like what are the details required related to the organization. You have to add here. And coming to the phone, fax, default locality, default language. What is the language? English. Default time zone. See here, these are all things after we have to discuss more on other concepts. Why means that company language, company location, that language, okay, org language, and the time zone. These all things are while working on customization part, very important things. Okay, see currency INR, okay, Indian rupees, and used data space. How much data we used? File size, how much file size we have to do. And here API request and series. This is the org ID. See here restricted logins and current month. Any restrictions on logins in current month show here. And Salesforce.com organization. Remembering one thing, we people know about the what is the org and what is the org name we have, organization name we have, and also this ID also we have. See organization edition. This is developer edition. Here we have to see unlimited like that. Enterprise, professional, similar way, developer edition we have. Instance, server. Okay, server is IND 136. Means, see here, In Salesforce.com adding multiple servers. How many servers they're adding? Multiple servers they're adding. See, this is their place. This is their place. They placed the servers like this is the way. This is one server. This is second server. This is one server. Like this is the way they're placing the servers. So here different servers is there like IND 1, IND 2, IND 3, IND 4, IND 5, IND 6, IND 7, IND 8. Like these all servers placed their place only. And also one more thing is this is Asia. Here EU also is there. EU also we have servers. One server we have different copies available. For example, this server is there IND1. In Europe also one server is there. These backup servers like duplicate server means what is the data stored in this server? Same data stored in Euro region also server. Euro region, North America, Asia, like three places. Like in case any disasters, floods, like any natural disasters, we are getting in case in Asia the server is damaged and we are not getting the data from Asia server. So immediately they're connecting to the European server. European server. European server, whatever data we have in Asian server, in European server also same data is there. So we are getting the data from here, or we have to import the data here. Like we can do means we have 2 or 3 duplicate servers we have with the same server. Okay, this is the way they are maintaining the servers. They are providing the names. This is the name. Instance means server name. END 136, our server name. Remembering, these are the audit fields created by, last modified by. See one thing here in a Salesforce, any data you are creating, any row we are creating, see these two things are automatically we are displaying like created by, when it will create and what is the date and the time, when it is modified and the date and who is the modifier and time also we can able to see. Now licenses, see here, already we discussed about the licenses. No? Salesforce, this how many licenses they're providing? 2 only. See, for each license related, user license related, how many licenses we have available. So this is the developer edition. This is trial and free edition. So we have to see few licenses only available. Coming to the unlimited enterprise professional, like that, you have to buy this user license. Who is the client? Who is the owner of organization? He is he is purchasing these licenses based on employees, based on the employees and users who is using this application. For those all users are required license. Okay, we have to see here. Once we have to get the licenses and everything. In case you are working as an administrator, what are the licenses available? And in case any licenses is completed, 1 or 2 licenses available, we have to communicating with who is the administrator. He is communicating with client people or above hierarchy people. They're purchasing more licenses. Okay, these are the licenses. Similar way, permission sets also is there for this. So licenses is available. We can discuss after this permission set related. And future licenses is there, like different users we have for related to that licenses we are getting. Based on the additions only, these all things we are getting. See here, this entitlements related. We have to provide the license or not, and when it will start, when it will end. Okay, frequency, like we have to check these all things. So this is the company information. For which client we have to implement the application, that client information, that organization information we have to track here. And if people know about the business hours, business hours means like we have to see here when it will start. Sunday 24 hours, like that we have to see. But we have to go with 9 to 6, like that we have to add business hours. What is the business hours? Now 24 hours means we have to track, this is the way. But in case only 12 hours or 14 hours only business hours means we are changing these dates and everything. In case we have to go with new, in a new business hours, like we have to add those things. Here remove 24 hours and add the time, start time and end time, Sunday, Monday, like that we have to do. We can add the time, start time and end time. This is business hours related thing, organization related business hours. In case we have to add the any holidays, create new holiday, like we have to based on the organization, country, like that we can add the holidays, holiday and the date and the time, like recurring every year or like that we have to add holiday list also. See here, now we are doing this for one organization related, one client related, we have to implement the application. What are the required things? These are the configuration things. We have to do this thing. We have to do these all things. Business hours and public calendar and resources. There is a public calendar and resources we have. See here, public calendar means like whatever projects we have in the organization, different applications available. So what we have to do, like public calendars to manage department or project schedules. We have to use resource calendars to manage resource such as conference rooms and projects. Like we have to managing the things, resource availability and meetings, arrangements, like these all things we have to do using this public calendar. New calendar name, I'm adding test profile, save. Yeah, this is the calendar. Sharing to whom to share this thing, like we have to do. Like similar way, resources also we can add. Who is the resource? Whom to share this thing. Like this is the way we have to create the public calendars and resources. And now data protection and privacy. This is very important thing. Data protection in the organization level, give access to data protection and privacy details in lead, contact, and person account records. The individual objects store detail about the data protection and privacy performance. How we can do? Make data protection details available in records only. Check the checkbox. Add the individual field to lead, contact, and person account page layouts. We can edit these all things. This is org level. I'm saying about how we can provide the data protection and privacy. Next, financial year, when it will start. Already for TCS, we have January. I am changing to April. Financial year is based on the ending month, the starting month. Ending month means we can add the March. Now I'm saving this. Now, holidays. What are the holidays list? We have to add those holidays here. Organization related holidays we have to add. Initially, we have to add every year, anyone working in IT companies are, every year we are getting the holidays list. Sometimes their financial year, sometimes from January, a month only, we are getting the holidays list. How many holidays in this year? What is the festivals we have on holidays? Like we have to check these all things. No? Similar way in organization level, we are providing the holidays. Like this is the way they are adding. Okay. And language settings. See here. Enable end user languages and enable platform only languages. Like we have to add the languages here and available languages uh, available languages and displayed languages. See here, these all are available languages. In case we have to see this application and which language, what are the languages required. One application we have to, in Europe region especially, we have different countries is there, and each country we have their own language. Small countries only, but their own language. Germany, for France, they're speaking French, and Italy, language Italy only for them. Like similar way, Netherlands, they're speaking in Dutch and English. Like similar way, we have different countries is there in Europe. They required most of the cases their language only. Seeing the application also, not only English, they're seeing their own language. So how we can provide this? This language settings we have very important thing. And here also in Asia also Japanese and Koreans, Chinese, they prefer their language only, their own language. They need to they can see application. Okay, not in English, their own language. So for them, we have to add this language settings. And one more thing is domain. See here, like here in URL. See here in URL, highlighted this URL. See here, HTTPS IT com66 dev ed dot developer.lightningforce.com. Up to ed is there now. This is our domain name. ITCom is there now. Yeah, where I am highlighting the things. See here. Up to this thing. My domain name. This is my domain name. Domain name. This is domain name. See here. Current my domain URL. This is entire URL. Okay. But this is domain, and we have domain suffix if we required anything, like we have to add my.salesforce.com. Like this is the domain name. In case anyone asking about domain, like go to here, company information, this company settings, there we have to see domain. You have to change the domain or anything, you can add your domain one way also. This is you have to difficult, like you have to change the name and check availability. Then we have to use the domain name is, means we have to company related organization, who is the client related domain name required. So definitely changing the domain name. Company name related only we are getting the domain name. And routing policies. Salesforce Edge Network. Salesforce Network applies to the most provision and deployed domains for the org. See Salesforce Edge Network in Salesforce help the details, like how we can provide the things. And login policy. If your my domain changes is in progress, your login policy also applies to the provision by my domain login URL. See here, once you are login based on the in case changing the name, domain name, based on that only, it will login policy also we have to do. Prevent login from http login.salesforce.com. Prevent SOAP API login from http login.salesforce.com. See, we have to go with this. I'm saying about we have to check these things means we don't require any domain names with these URLs. Login.salesforce.com. We can go with those things also. We can log in. Cookies. And one more thing is redirections. Where we have to redirect.
Subbarav, could you explain this one in Telugu? I can't get it.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I will explain Telugu in English both, okay? Here, routing policies means like especially this thing, login policy is there now. The domain, if you change the domain name, sometimes at the time which domain name we are find out difficult. So this is our auth only. Now I am going with any auth. In any auth, we have to go with login.salesforce.com. Now Yaksha 36 is there now. Our auth, like go to Yaksha 36 and here password I am adding. Not only domain name. Okay. Login.salesforce.com. See here, login now. But our URL is different. See, the domain name is different. Okay. We have to go with this URL also. Salesforce.com. Login.salesforce.com. We have to, for this is production and trial args only. For sandboxes, once you are working on any project, they're providing the sandboxes. We have to discuss more on sandboxes in next classes. So this is for production or trial args only login. For sandboxes, in login place, we have to add test.salesforce.com. That is different thing. People forgot now. So you have to go with login.sale. And మీరు login.salesforce.com యూజ్ చేస్తారండి. ఏంటి డొమైన్ చేంజ్ చేసిన నేమ్ ఏమన్నా ఇఫ్ డొమైన్ చేంజ్ చేసినప్పుడు కానీ ఇన్ ప్రోగ్రెస్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆ డొమైన్ పాత డొమైన్ తో లాగిన్ అయితే ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది. కొత్త డొమైన్ ఇచ్చినా మీకు లాగిన్ కావాలి. అలాంటి టైంలో మీరు ఏమి ఇవ్వాలి? చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఓకే, this login.salesforce.com యూజ్ చేస్తాం. Okay. Now redirections. If you redirect to any other or any other website like that, how we can do? Like this is the way. Once domain changes in progress at the time, how we can do? And authentication configuration. See, authentication means we have to go with username, password, login things. Login page type is standard. Authentication service, login form. Login form means login page. Like these all things, we have authentication configuration setting apply to all deployed and provisioned domain for this all. These all things are, we have to go with my domain details. In case we have to changing the domain name like that, what are the things we have to follow and what are the settings required? We have to see here. Okay. This is the company information. These all are company information. See here means any client, they required any Salesforce application. So first they configured these all details. Okay, this company settings, everything they're doing like these all things they're doing. Next, I'm going to this data model. You people know about now user creation, any new user. See here, we have to this application, whatever end users or developers, administrators, whoever, like how we can get the access, how we can enter into the application. Only we have to go with user only. User, you have user, for then you have to log in into the organization. Otherwise, we can't do. We can't open this application or enter into the organizations. We can't. So only we can without user. We can't do. So main thing is this cloud related any technology. They are following these licenses only, user license related only. The two, every user, every employee, or that is a client side employee or developer or administrator, whoever, they log in with user detail. Once you are we are providing user creation, then with that user only we have to log into the organization. Why means this is cloud based. Like using internet, we can access the things metadata and data both. సో వీ కెన్ అంటే ఏంటంటే మనం అప్లికేషన్ ని ఎలా యాక్సెస్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం, అప్లికేషన్కి ఎలా ఎంటర్ అవుతున్నాం అంటే ఆర్గ్లోకి ఎలా ఎంటర్ అవుతున్నాం, యూజర్ తోనే ఎంటర్ అవుతున్నాం. సో మనం ఫస్ట్ ఏంటంటే యూజర్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, ఎంప్లాయీకి యూజర్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత అతనండి ఆ క్రెడెన్షియల్స్ జనరేట్ అవుతాయి, ఆ యూజర్ నేమ్ పాస్వర్డ్ ఇచ్చి ఎంటర్ అవ్వాలి. ఆర్గ్లో కానీ అప్లికేషన్ కానీ మనం ఓపెన్ చేయాలి. సో this is user creation is the first thing, and then company information. You have been knowing about the company. This is administrator doing these all things, user creation and company information, any enhancements required, like these all things. Who is taking care about administrator? Then company information, then data model. Data model. See here, data model means different concepts available. First thing is, you people know about the table. Table means table nothing but a combination of rows and columns. We have to enter the data. This is how we can do. This is the table. See here, I am adding columns. Okay. Here, ID. Here, name. Phone. Email. Like this, the ID, name, phone, email. Okay. Here we are entering the data. First row, second row, third row, fourth row, like fifth row. In any technology, we have similar way only table. We are calling as a table now. See here. Here we are calling as a object. Table is nothing but a object in Salesforce. We have columns. Column is there now. Here we are calling as a field. Field. Row is there now. Row. Data. Here we are calling as a record. Record. See, remembering this thing, how we can అంటే ఇక్కడ మనం ఏంటంటే టేబుల్ ని ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అని పిలుస్తాము, కాలమ్ ని ఫీల్డ్ అని పిలుస్తాము, రో ని రికార్డ్ అని పిలుస్తాము. We are calling table as object. Okay. column nothing but a field, row is nothing but a record. This is the terminology. See here, you are working any application or any uh, client. For any client, we have to create any application. First, what is the required things? Data model. You have to work with any new project. The term above hierarchy people means your team is there. Uh, uh, we have architect is there, and a BA, Scrum Master, like this. These people is there. So first, BA and Scrum Master doing like once they're getting the documentation from client. Yeah, actually, this is the my business flow. These are the documents I'm providing. Using these documents, implement the application. Okay. What is the their requirements exactly? They're providing the documentation. PA and Scrum Master doing they split the documents once go through the document and they're dividing the creating the requirements and dividing those requirements and assign to the developers. So in this case, once we are getting these requirements, we are working on those requirements. Initially, we have to doing this data model only. Data model, who is taking care about? Architect only taking care about. Like they're having multiple tables required. For example, there is a business you have, you are the client, you have to IT team is there. You are providing the documentation to IT team about this business process. So they're preparing the requirements, okay, to develop a application. But the thing is, once once they're creating the user stories. Initially, they're creating the user stories for data model only. Okay, data model means where we have to store customers information and where we have to store products information and what is the relationship between this customer and products and how revenue generate to the organization, how much revenue generate to the organization for each product related or multiple products. Like these are all things we have to tracking in tables only. The table's name is different tables. Customer table is there, products table is there. Like similar way, the tables. Tables means here objects, different objects we have to create. So each one object to another object, what is the relationship if we required? Like these all things, we have to go with this data model only. And what are the fields available, fields required? Like these all things we have to create here. Row means this is data related, customer information and product information we are tracking. The first two things are like while doing this data model, we are doing these two things, creating object and within the object, we are adding the fields. Okay. See here, Salesforce.com providing objects. Why means actually here we have to see once we are opening the what is the application? This is service and the remaining applications. For example, we have sales application is there. There is a sales application. In case you are the client, you have one product, you are manufacturing one product. How you can sell that product to the customers? First, you have to do marketing, then doing the sales. So, marketing means how we can do. So, first you are doing this campaigning. అంటే మనము ఫస్ట్ ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడైనా ప్రోడక్ట్ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ చేస్తే క్లయింట్ ఎలా సేల్ చేస్తారు? ఫస్ట్ మార్కెటింగ్ చేస్తారు, తర్వాత సేల్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ మార్కెటింగ్ చేసేటప్పుడు మనకి ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ ఏంటి? There in marketing we have important things are campaigning. What are the ways they are doing the campaigning? Ads on the phone, web, social media, like different ways they're doing this campaigning. Once whoever interesting on products, we are calling as a suspects and prospects, not at customers. Initially, we are calling as a suspects and prospects. Once they're interesting on products, we are calling as a suspects and prospects. We need to means who is the sales team in the organization. They are doing convert those people to customers. Their information tracking and doing this sale to the product sale to particular customer. This is the way we have to do normally. So this is sales application and service application. Different applications, Salesforce.com providing. These all are tabs. We are calling as a tabs, these things. And one thing is this here. These are the tabs and accounts is there. One tab. We have to see the records here. See the data here. What is the data? Accounts means, for example, customers only. That all customers information we can see. This recent view. In case all accounts means, so these are the all accounts. See, this is a record. Each row is a one record. Each row is one record. Now we are, this is object name is account. The tab name is accounts, plural name, but object name is account. Where we have to see this object. Go to the setup. Here, the setting symbol is there. Now. Go to setup. Here, object manager is there. Now. After home. You have to go with any application, select application here. See this all the tabs and move to that application. But now we are in setup page, home page. See here after home we have object manager. Object manager. These all are standard objects. These all are whatever application Salesforce.com provided related to those applications. We have these all objects are available. అంటే మనకి Salesforce.com ఏ అయితే అప్లికేషన్స్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేసిందో వాటి రిలేటెడ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఇవన్నీ. See here, all the objects are standard objects. In case you have to create any custom objects. Now I'm saying about we have to go with an application recruiting. After completing this course, you are attending the interviews now. In organization, how they're maintaining the recruiters candidates profiles, how they're scheduling the interviews, and how they're communicating to the candidates, recruiters communicating to the candidates, and what are the information required from candidate, like what are the skills available, what are the skills, for which skills they requirement, resource required. These all things we have to go with on application. First I'm creating object. An object. I'm creating a candidate object is there. See here, plural name is candidates. And here we have object name is candidate. See here, anything help text are required, we have to do here. And then record name is candidate name. This is by default field we are getting. Data type is text. And optional features, we have to create any reports on this object or not. Hello, activities. Activities means meeting, means events or tasks we have to create or not. Tracking field history. Hello in charter groups, enable licensing. Like these all things we are enabling the things. Those are optional features. These are object classification. Hello sharing, hello bulk API access. Like these are different concepts we have. We can discuss after. There we have to people knowing about this development status. This object is in development stage or deployed to the other org. Like that, we have to do. Hello search, like here search is there now. We have to require hello search. We need to add. And if you require tab also, you have to add this. Add nodes and launch new custom tab. Custom tab also required. We have to create custom tab now. Tab name. See here. The candidates. This is the choose any tab style. And now click on next. The tab is default on. For which app is required the permission, we have to provide all the details to this tab and app permission. Now create the object. This is candidate object. And what are the information we are getting? See here, this is a API name, application interface, application programming interface. Like we have, see API name. This is candidate underscore C. For standard object, this underscore C is not available. Only for custom object, the API name is underscore C. We are getting once creating the thing, and that this is a custom object or not. Label name, the plural label name, like these all things we have to allow the reports and activities, field tracking history, deployed, like those all details. And coming to the in the details, here we have left side details is there now. There in object related, these all things we have to do. We need to know these things. Like there is a table I created now. See here, table I created. Now I am creating a columns. Columns means fields. By default, Salesforce.com providing these 4 fields. Candidate name created by, last modified by, owner ID. Owner means who is creating the record. Something candidate name means what is the candidate name? I am a Salesforce developer. I'm applying this job. My details. Candidate name means my name. Created by when it is my this record is candidate record is created, and when the record is modified. And one more thing is owner, who is creating my candidature. That user details. User details. That user details. Okay. These are standard fields. We can discuss tomorrow more on this custom fields. Then we can create a app. That is a recruiting app. How we can create a recruiting app. See here, data model. How we can create the table object. Object means we have standard objects and custom objects. Salesforce.com providing object, nothing but a standard objects based on our application related. In case we have to create any custom objects, like we are calling as a custom objects. Similar way, fields also we have standard fields and custom fields. Okay, then we have to go with fields. Then we have to create app. Okay. Tomorrow I will explain about the fields and app. Then we can go with fields only. Different types, data types we have. Like we can discuss these all things. If people having any doubts, please ask me. Please go through. First, you have to sign up to the Salesforce R. Then you have to enter into the R and go to the user creation and then company information. What are the things we have? You can go through those all things. On an admin part, we have go with 2 hours daily base practice. That is enough. But development minimum 6 to 7 hours. If people spend, then only you have to remember all the things. Otherwise, after 1 or 2 days, you will forget everything. So go through this navigation part. First thing is navigation and terminology, very important. Then only you have to easily understanding on daily basis classes, and also navigations also very important. So, yeah, thank you guys. You have to go through what are the concepts we discussed today. People go through those things. Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, Subba.